It would be cool if we had new people.
Yeah.
Welcome friends and family, because that's the reason we do this, is for our friends and family, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome to our Granny Pan Knits podcast, where we like to talk about knitting mostly, but other crafts, and also a little bit of family history. We have a lot of makers in our family, so that's something we really enjoy to do. So we just like to get together and talk about it every couple weeks.
We like to celebrate them too, because
Yep.
yeah, it's awesome to have to be surrounded by cool makers who do super awesome stuff. So
Yep.
or give up. Well, that too. Grow up
Yeah.
like Peter Pan. So anyway, that's why we're Granny Pan Knits. Is because we're so young at heart. At least I am. She's really young. I'm young at heart, so it's all good.
Oh, I don't know. People think I'm younger than I am, so I'll just let them guess. I'm not gonna say.
That's great. Yay! I wish they thought I was younger than I am, but it's okay. I try. That's the important thing. What should we start with today?
Well, I have some family stories, but I think I want to talk about that a little bit later. So should we jump right into what are we knitting right now?
Yeah, and how things are going and all that good stuff. Okay, so whips.
How things are going? Okay.
Works in
whips.
progress. How
Works
many do you have?
in
And then we'll
progress.
decide who goes first. I only have one.
I have brought 4 today.
See? So
Kind of 5.
Do 2, and then I'll do 1.
4.5.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to do this one last. Let's do this one. I get really excited, okay?
Ooh, I know. It's just so fun. I'm looking forward to getting some more whips on my needles. I had 2 whips, and then one became an FO last night, so.
Finished objects.
Finished objects.
Oh.
Yay.
I like to have varying things going on once. So right now I have this shawl.
Oh my goodness, look how pretty. What?
So
When did you get this yarn? I've not seen this before. This is really pretty. I don't know if you can see the texture there too of this different stitch going on. I like laying it sideways like that. And then
oh,
there,
okay.
see that? Look at that.
That's fun.
Beautiful. I love it.
So this I started right when we were podcasting last time. I had a tiny little triangle, just like this big.
Oh yeah, you showed that. I remember.
And this is called the Studio 54 shawl pattern.
Wait, Christy Houghton.
Yes, by Christy. She's amazing. And
She was selling that one or giving that one away for cheap a while back.
probably, I think she had
It
a
was like,
sale.
Get 4 shawls for $10 or something like that.
What?
I don't know. I got that one. I think.
I like to buy them when she puts them out because I get excited to make them.
Yes. Yes.
But this one is fun. It's gonna be a big triangle shawl. It takes 3 different colors of yarn, and then the different sections, like this, I was holding 2 strands of a skinny yarn, the same yarn together, and then this one I have the blue and the cream together, and then I have a purple that I'm also using. This is
So is that blue
Blue
and
and
purple
blue.
together next, or is it purple and cream together?
this is just the purple. The purple is this.
Oh, okay.
So the purple is
Oh, it kinda
already
has-
kind of marled
Yeah, it is.
by itself.
Nice.
And then blue. And because I chose the larger size, I actually need more than 1 skein of each color. So I have some few like little random like leftovers and mini skeins that I'm sneaking in. So actually this has like a purple mini skein. See, this half looks more purple than
yes,
this.
Yes, it does. You're right.
And then on the blue, this is a little bit, has a darker.
Yes.
That was another little leftover scraps that I put in.
Nice.
Just so I can have enough for the bigger size.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because we're not tiny ladies. But that's okay.
I just want a big warm shawl. It's going to be great. I'm really excited about that.
Oh my
And the
goodness,
yarn I'm
yeah.
using
You'll be
is,
able to just totally wrap up in it.
this was that Unfogging the Future from Yarnberry.
Yeah.
Harry Potter yarn. We decided that foggy blue.
I love it.
And then the purple and the cream are both from Hugh Loco.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So was that Dune one that I got you?
No, these are older ones.
Older one. Oh, okay. Because I thought that one had a little more pink in it or something.
Yeah, that one has like browns and blues and pinks and purples. This one is just very, kind
Tan.
of just like a linen, pretty
Yeah,
color.
it's really pretty. I like it.
So I'm excited for that.
I like it lots.
I like it lots and lots.
Mm-hmm. Very
Yeah.
nice.
I think I bought the pattern in November, and now it is the end of May, and I'm finally making it. Excited.
Yay!
I was gonna make that for you for Christmas, but I thought you wouldn't like it, so I didn't.
Why would I not like that? That's beautiful. You're kidding me.
Nope. So now it's gonna be mine for not
Crazy
Christmas.
person. Whatever. Crazy. Okay.
You can wear it. Okay, and you're gonna make me go again?
Yeah, because I only have one, so.
Okay, I had a lot of else I was going to work on. I was hoping to have this sock finished by now. But I finished, last time we talked I had it here, about.
Mhm.
So I've gone around the bottom of the foot, sorry, it's upside down. And then I've done my gusset decreases. And now I'm just have to knit the rest of the foot and the toe. And this is a pattern by our friend Kim Jackson. She's Hugga Canyon. And she's actually having a knit along right now with like prizes and stuff.
Oh yeah, you called to ask me if I had the book that you were looking for.
Oh, that's a different knit along.
But isn't that also
But
Kim's?
that's also one of Kim's knit alongs. So she has 2 going on right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think this is the Hugga Canyon like spring 2020 knit along. I knit one of her patterns, and every month she draws a winner. So these are her No Surprises sock. She's got a bunch of socks. She's been designing only maybe like 6 months, but she's put out a ton of patterns.
She's having a lot of fun with it.
She's been just
This is
working
really
so
neat for
hard.
her. We're excited for her for that.
And
That's awesome.
I got to test knit a couple of her new stuff, and
That's right. You did some other socks on a test knit for her.
and a
That's
hat.
very fun. Yeah.
So, yeah, check her
Awesome.
stuff out. She's great. And then her other knit along is a summer knit along readathon, which I'm getting ready to do that. I'll talk about that a little bit later. too. All of my things like go together. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Which is all good.
With number 2.
Very good. Okay, so now am I supposed to do one?
Yeah, you said you wanted to.
Okay. So mine is... That's not the whip. Hang on. This one's the whip.
Show them that cute bag, Mom.
Okay. This is a cute bag that one of our cute friends put together for a prize. And is that like the cutest little flamingo
just
you've
love
ever
it.
seen? It's so cute. And then it came with like a little flamingo in it, and it has a little flamingo notepad that she put in it too, which is just like, what? To die for cute. So
Magic.
the person who put this together her name is Nadia, and she is just lovely.
Cute Nadia did that one.
I think it was Nadia that put this together for our friend Deborah, who is Queen Deborah of Meanwhile at the Castle, and she has little princesses that live with her, and Nadia's her littlest princess. And she just has so much fun doing things with us, and we just find her absolutely delightful. So, and she loves your baby.
She does. She plays with him really well.
So that's really fun. So anyway, that's my flamingo bag, and I'm just look at sequins and everything. Oh my gosh, what's not to love about that? Totally cute. Okay, so mine is another sock, and look, I'm about the same far away as done as you are.
Yay!
So that's really cool, because the last socks that I made were just, oh, it was pain. I did not like it. This one I'm doing clear up on a size 3, and it's in DK. Actually, we got 2 fingering weight strands held together. So the stripes, the little purple stripes that you see in there are marled in. And it has been really fun, and it's gone really fast, which is the best thing about it. This is called the High Desert Sock. And what's the name of the designer for this one, Becky?
This is by Lindsay Fuller. She is
Lindsay
Lost
Fuller.
and Fond on
Nice.
Instagram.
And it's just a really pretty, and it's nice and thick. So here's what your dad said to
Warm
me today.
socks.
He got out the socks that Becky made him for his birthday, because he's in the cold basement. Now that it's warmer outside, we have the air conditioning on, and he works down in the basement because, you know, we're all working from home. So he's been relegated to the basement, which he doesn't mind because then he can have the TV on and whatever. But it's cold down there. So he finally pulled out the socks that Becky made him, which are wool. And he's like, oh, these socks are pretty amazing, actually. Because my feet are warm, but they don't get sweaty. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, they're nice. Knit socks are nice.
So now he's like, I think I need some, but I want them short. So I think I might try knitting your dad a pair of shorties.
Well, like those ones I did for Aaron. Because I did this pattern. I used the cast on count and like the measure amounts.
Oh, okay, cool.
From the same pattern, but I just did a cuff and then right into the heel flap.
Right into the heel flap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Because he wants more now. And I'm like,
yay!
Oh, yay, my husband's been converted to the wool sock. Let's talk for a second about the yarn in this one. This one was the Arwen sock set. It was a mystery set from Queen Emily, also from Meanwhile at the Castle. And they just are such lovely, lovely ladies, Deborah and Emily. So anyway, that's a little set. So the purple is a mini that came with it, and you're supposed to hold a double strand. So this is the Arwen, and it's gray with just a little bit of purple and pink and blue speckling in it.
Pretty.
And I'm holding that double with just her plain gray, which this colorway is called Hemingway. And it's just such a soft, pretty gray. And it's like the perfect match to this, so I put the two of those together.
The same dye.
She probably did. And then this is the contrasting mini that I've got in it right
Yay.
now. So.
Oh, I think that's what I put in my shawl I just showed. Was the leftovers of my purple.
Arwen. There you go. Yeah. So that's my whip for this time.
Yay! And I have the same one. Look at this.
Oh, High Desert Socks. Oh, wait, let's put them together.
High Desert Socks. Oh, I'm even a lot taller.
Yours is a little taller than mine.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. So we decided, my mom's been wanting to cast on a pair of the sock for a very long time because she was having a struggle with those socks on the tiny little needles. And I said, Mom, do these socks with big needles. And now she's all excited, so good job.
Mucho better.
Good job with that pattern.
I should ask your brother. Your brother speaks Spanish.
Molto bene.
No, that would be Italian. But
I think
it's
that
all
means the
good.
same, right?
I think so.
Muy bien.
Muy bien. Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
So, quick note about family. We'll just interject it here.
Okay.
So, Aaron speaks Spanish because he spent 2 years living in the Dominican Republic, where he was serving a mission for our church and basically helping the people down there to come to Christ, and we love that. So that's a really cool thing that he was able to do, and as part of his mission, he learned how to speak Spanish. So he says Spanish is a beautiful language, and he understands things better in Spanish. So,
yeah.
Wow, I had no idea that could even happen. So his baby sister, that's our Julianne, we'll be talking a little bit more about her later. Julianne just opened a mission call, and she will be leaving in September, at the end of September, and she will also be Spanish speaking, but she's staying in the United States. She'll be serving in southern Arizona, in, what is it? Tucson, Arizona. So we're excited, and we'll have a second Spanish speaker in our family. Then they can cheat at cards and stuff.
I'm going to say, entiendo un poco. I can understand Spanish a lot better than I can speak it. So if they do try to cheat, I'll know.
Okay, good.
I'll know.
Thank goodness, because I won't know.
We'll all just cheat against you.
Yeah, thanks. Gang up on me. That's nice.
Go get your Duolingo going again.
Do you want to talk about the yarn that you used in your high desert?
Yeah. This one I believe is more Hue Loco, but look at this the color's called Honey Fur. And it's just got all these pretty yellows and a little bit of brown and orange speckles. And it's just, here's how it's worked up. So fun. And then I have just a blue and a red little skein.
That you
for the stripes.
For stripes, just to make it cute.
For stripes. So this one, it actually has like blue and then kind of like a pinkish purple. So you can tell like kind of like spiraled around the different colors. But I like it a lot. It's fun. It's
Very
fast.
good.
It's gonna be nice and warm.
Yes, they're super cozy for when you're in the basement with air conditioning. Your poor dad. It's okay.
Well, my tile floor in the morning, I can't go out bare feet on it. It like hurts. It's so cold.
Super cold. Yep.
Yeah.
Just be careful and don't slip in your stocking feet.
I won't slip.
Yeah.
I
All
won't
right.
slip and fall.
Oh, do you have another one? Jeff, did you say
Yes,
you
I
had
have.
four, three kind of four?
No, I said I have 4 kind of 5.
Oh, okay. Well, a good one then. A good full one here.
Here's my last whip.
In
my
your
banana bag.
Who doesn't love banana bags?
I also had a rubber ducky bag, the same as this, but my son has taken it over, and guess what he keeps in it?
Rubber duckies?
Rubber duckies.
He has a collection of rubber
Yeah,
duckies.
they have a claw machine at the movie theater with the rubber duckies, so he likes to go. When we can go back there, we'll get some more.
Someday we might be able to actually go back to movies.
Okay, so last time I showed you I was knitting a pair of baby pants. And I printed off the pattern to show this time. It's this one. It's called Hosen Mats. And it is on Ravelry, the website for knitters, for free. And I actually...
Is this like the company or the designer or something?
I think this is the company. And here's the designers, their names. Mayumi. Yeah. And Angie. That's what we're gonna go for. Her name's right here. I'm so sorry. But
hey, it's in.
but I love this pattern.
It's in a beautiful Scandinavian language.
It's
that we
German.
love. Oh, it's German. Oh,
And
that's right. Tell us the story about the Germans.
So I had finished the pants that I was making a couple weeks ago, and I posted a picture on Facebook, like, look at these pants I made. And my friend, who is actually, I know her from high school, she was an exchange student from Germany, and she always comments on my crafty things. It's kind of fun. But she said, oh my gosh, what pattern is that? And I linked it to her, and the blog is all in German. And it just had like a link with the pattern in English or in German. So that's where I got it from. I linked that to her, and she's like, it's in German. This is perfect. And I said, yeah, it's perfect for you because she speaks German, has her first language. So we got to kind of share over that. But yeah, the ones I was making, they were like pink and purple and white. Already gifted. The baby came. She's healthy. That was a crazy story.
And cute, huh?
Yeah, she's really cute. She's home. They sent her home after, I don't even think 24 hours. Because of COVID.
Poor mom.
They were like, okay, well, you
Mom
guys...
already had 2 babies at home. Two little toddlers, right?
Oh, yeah, she has 2 toddlers. But they sent her home. They only stayed one night. And they're like, okay, well, you're all healthy. You better leave so you're not exposed.
I'm going to admit that staying in the hospital with your newborn is really kind of sweet because you get a little bit of a break
For a
to
couple
just bond with the
nights.
brand new baby for a couple of
Yeah.
nights. So I'm kind of feeling sad for her.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Her,
okay.
her husband is home, and he's taking really good care of her, and he's helping the kids make cookies and being all cute daddy, so he's
Good.
she's taken care of, but I'm sure she's also tired.
Yes.
Little
That's
kids.
exciting for her, though. So great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my whip is that I started a second pair.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yay.
This time, greenish bluish.
Yeah.
Mermaidia. Mermaid?
Mermaid. It's mermaid.
In the banana bag this time, though.
Yeah. I didn't think it looked very mermaid to me, but it does.
Okay. It's
All
the
these
sea-
different
it's
aquas,
the aquas
blues,
that make it feel like it to me.
and then fun stripes.
So wait a second, is that like self-stripey with the? It almost
Yeah.
looks like you did like a color work checkerboard. Hold it up there. Doesn't that look kind of checkerboardy with the orange and pink? That's cool.
Yeah, so if you look at
Oh
the,
my gosh,
at the
it's all
yarn,
this skein. Oh, I remember getting that
See?
with you.
pink and white and pink. Yeah, I got this for
Show them how much. They're not gonna believe it.
$1.37
At the Hobby Lobby.
at Hobby Lobby. It is acrylic and cotton blend, and
So you can find, if you, especially
Yarn
when Hobby Lobby is doing their clearance, you should totally go.
Yeah.
If you want good yarn that's inexpensive,
I've done a whole sweater for
cow.
my husband in Hobby Lobby yarn before.
Mm-hmm.
It was like $30
For the whole
for a whole man sweater. That's really good.
Because this one that I'm going to show that I made for your dad was not $30.
Okay, that's all my whips.
Well done.
Yay!
Should I show this one first? Because I think I showed it last time when it was
I think
still
you're the most
a whip.
excited.
And I'm really excited about
I'm
this
excited about. I have not seen this finished in person yet.
one. You have not.
Mm.
Okay, are you ready? You hold this side.
Yay!
Slowly moving across the camera.
Woo!
It's finished! Finally!
Glorious!
This little booger was in timeout for, I think, almost 2 years. At least a year.
2.
At least a year. I'm not sure exactly how long, but look how fun that turned out. So, the last time I showed it to you, I didn't have any of this I-cording detail done on the front. Right. So this is all added on after the fact, and it's just what's called an I-cord, which is kind of like, I should have saved one to show you, but it's like the cable removed from the sweater. So it's a little tiny tube of knitting. And then I just placed it, wove it the way that I wanted it, and then sewed it on. So let me show you the original because it actually deviates from the original a lot. This is another thing, though, that Dad is very grateful for in the basement right now. In fact, I had to ask him, I said, where is your sweater? And he said, it's down on my chair because I wear it when I get cold. When it gets cold in the basement.
Wearing it in the summer.
Because the poor man's down there cold in the basement so that I can stay normal temperature upstairs. So
Sweetheart.
he is. He's an angel. What can I say? But there you go. This is called the Sorcerer's Sweater. And I will just quickly show you the pattern. It came out of this publication that came out clear back in, holy crud.
It probably says down here somewhere.
Yep, 2013. So 7 years ago. It's hard to believe that it's been that long. I have also knitted this sweater. I tried to find it to show you, but I think I gave it to Stephanie. And maybe Stephanie
Miriam?
has it. Maybe. I don't remember. Anyway, I couldn't find it.
If you have her sweater, let her know.
We should show it on the podcast someday. So I did that cardigan, and then this one, I chose this one just because the model in it is so mysterious looking. I think it was really what sold me on it is this guy right here. Dun, dun, dun. But you can tell I did the cabling a little bit different on the front. The I-cording is different on mine than it is on this one. But it was a really fun knit. And I'll tell you one of the things that I think is coolest about it, and I didn't notice it until your dad put it on. But this is done, this is called welting. So what it is 2 rows of knit and then 2 rows of purl. And you can see it kind of almost is like accordion stretchy. So it makes the sweater extra squishy because it's got those, it's not ribs. Ribs would be if we went
like
knit 2,
this.
purl 2, knit 2, purl 2 vertically, like on the sleeve, exactly, like on the cuff. So this is called welting, and this of course is called a cable on the side of the sleeve. But anyway, it gave me an idea, and that's where my latest whip, or no, my other FO came from, was the welts. So we'll show you that one in just a couple minutes. But anyway, I'm super happy that this one's done because it means that
she can make him another one.
No. It means that next time we get together, I will have started my new faded sweater that I talked about on our last podcast. So I'll be excited to get that one onto the needles because guess what? My math students are so close to being finished. I don't know. And if any of you are familiar with the advanced placement program, trying to do that during quarantine has really been, I can only say one word for it, and that is nightmare. It's just been awful. So trying to get my kids through the very last stages of that, and then I can feel good about doing my own stuff.
Yeah, that's the best when you are done with your responsibilities to others and you can just take a minute to do something for you.
Yeah, I try to work it in at least a little bit at a time, but it's pretty all-consuming.
Yeah.
Especially right now, so anyway.
Sprint to the end.
All right. Okay, show us your FO.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's another one that used to be a whip.
Last time I had 1, and now there's 2.
They're so
Yay!
pretty. You know who's going to see this and really be jelly and want some?
Who?
Audrey.
Really?
Yes. My sister, I made her a pair of fingerless mitts when I made you your first pair long ago. And
does she want some in Florida?
I'm sure she would love them.
I'll do. Let me know if you want some even in Florida and what color. Maybe totally make you some.
Yeah. You could probably get a pair done by your birthday.
Definitely.
That's end of July. That's 2 months.
I could get
She's
2 gloves in 2 months.
She could do that.
Just devoted. Not very fast.
You are very fast. That's totally true.
This pattern, I think what I'm going to do is actually just make a bunch of these and save them for like Christmas presents.
Because it works up quick, doesn't it?
It does. It's a sport weight yarn. Here's the pattern, Daenerys.
And what size needle do you do that on? 3 or 4?
I'm like, I don't know. Probably some 2.5.
US 2.5? Is there such a thing? I guess there's such a thing.
Yeah, I just, it's a 3mm needle, and I use my metal ones that aren't US sizing anyways. I just poke it through the 3mm hole, and then that's the one I use. But I love this one.
Daenerys.
By Helena and Katerina. And it's this one, and it's free on Ravelry.com.
Nice.
Oh, and it's very well written, and it's also has charts.
I love that cable. I want to make me a pair of socks that have a little single cable like that. I know there's a lot of them out there.
I just love that cute,
the
just
diamond
twirly cable.
Nice too.
And the diamond, I think, is supposed to look like flames because Daenerys, she's from Game of Thrones. She's the mother of dragons.
Cool.
So I think she wears a lot of braids in her hair all the time. She's famous for braids. And then this, I think, is kind of supposed to look like flames for her dragons.
There you go.
So, very good pattern. I like.
Speaking of dragons, I don't think it was dragons that made that yarn. Who made the yarn?
Oh no, this one is from the Backcountry Knitter. This is her color Jubilee.
It's really pretty.
I love it. I love it with the orange in it too, with the like flame theme.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love these. I said I was gonna put them in like a present box, but might be a present to me.
It's okay to keep the first pair to yourself.
My favorite person to knit for.
Totally okay. I'm not going to judge even for a second on that. Well, you know, knitting is a thing where you have to know that if you're going to work to make something, the person that receives it is going to really appreciate the amount of work that goes into it. So if that's you appreciating your own work, then hey, go for it. Right?
Bonus.
Yeah, total bonus on that. Total.
Okay,
so should we?
Do you want? Who should go first for these? Because I showed this one last time. Do you want me to go, or do you want?
I don't know. Do we want to take a break in the knitting let's take a break in the knitting and talk a little bit about
family stuff. Okay.
Yes. What were we gonna say again? We were gonna talk about our awesome maker family that we come from.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about sewing.
Yeah, we were going to talk a little bit about sewing. And how old were you when I got a sewing machine for you? One of the first things I got her when she got married was a sewing machine. Because I was like, you can't be a married lady and not have a sewing machine.
It might have been my first Christmas married.
Yeah. And it makes us sad that, you know, I have, working in the high schools, I have friends who are, they call them home family FACS, Family and Consumer Sciences now. We used to call it home ec when I was
right.
And it's sad to see that there are a lot more schools now that are removing sewing from their lineup.
Well, because they just don't have enough people sign up. They probably only get like 10 kids.
Yeah, and it's just not worth it for them to, you know, to
pay a lady,
get all the machines and all the equipment, because it takes a lot of equipment to do a sewing class. Which is unfortunate because it's such a wonderful skill, and we believe in keeping those artisan skills alive. It's one of the reasons that we knit, right?
Yeah, and it's really been eye-opening because right now it's in the middle of the pandemic and everyone's wanting to sew masks and wear them. And I've had so many people reach out, can you make me a mask? Can you do it? I'm thinking, okay, well, here's how to make it. It's you
Not
can do
that
it,
hard.
but, well, I don't have a sewing machine, and I just assumed that everyone just had that and did that,
Because
but
you grew up
they
with
don't.
Mom. You grew up with a mom and a grandma.
And a granny and an auntie.
Yes, right.
I just didn't know that wasn't a thing that everyone does. I'm stupid.
But it's funny, it's not. And last Christmas, I got your sister's 10 years younger than you, and I got her a sewing machine for Christmas, too, because I just feel like it's a skill that can serve you like crazy. Mm-hmm. So, Becky, how many masks have you made during this pandemic now? Over 100.
186.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
I should just make 14 more so I can say 200.
200. There you go.
But then I would have to make 14 more. It takes time at work. And I still have some, for if people ask me, then I've just been like, oh yeah, here I have a couple. I have a couple left on hand still, so. What?
So, yeah, and I gotta tell you this too, because sometimes there are forces in the universe, and people are gonna think I'm weird talking about this, because I used to think it was weird to talk about this. Have you ever been thinking about somebody and then the phone rings and it's them? There's like this energy in the universe that I believe, totally. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons I mention this is because my mother's sister, that would be Becky's great aunt, my Aunt Joyce, is quite the sewer. She raises sewing from from a necessary skill, but to something that's really an art form. She's just amazing at it. And she will add little tweaks to patterns to give it her own twist, and she just has always been that way, and she loves being creative, especially with her sewing. And she, by the way, is also the one who taught me to crochet when I was little. She
I wish
taught
I
me
knew
to
we were
crochet
going
when
to
I
plan.
was
I would have
12.
brought some stuff that she's made.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we might have to mention her again sometime, because it would
I'll
definitely
bring it
be worth it. She has also been making masks. And she's been selling the masks that she makes in a little boutique. And then she decided that what she needed to do, because churches are getting ready to open back up after the pandemic. So what she's been doing is she's been making mask and tie sets.
Matching from the same fabric.
Matching mask and tie for men to wear on Sundays.
She's gifting one to the bishop to wear so everyone else can be like, ooh,
look what you did.
And the la-la-ing. I love that. That just makes me smile so big.
Isn't that just so fun? So what's interesting about this too is we talked a little bit about missionaries, and we talked about my son being a missionary, my daughter getting ready to go on mission, and she's got a lot of friends. It's something in our church that we encourage young people to do if they're able, and if they're willing, if it's something that they want to do, is to donate 2 years of their life to serving God in a mission. And so it's very traditional for kids once they graduate from high school to put in what they call their mission papers and get a calling and go out on a mission, and they just love it. So a lot of people call it the best 2 years of their life because they get to focus solely on the Lord, which is awesome. So Julianne, who we'll talk about Julianne's name later sometime. But Julianne is actually getting ready to go, and so she has a lot of friends. Now, these young men, when they go on their missions, they're known for their white shirts and ties. So, without knowing anything about Aunt Joyce making ties, Julianne came home after work yesterday and said, I'm going to make ties. And I was like, well, okay, let's just join on in there. So I grabbed one. I asked her if she wanted to come on the podcast and show her ties, and she said, no, thank you, but you can show them. So I said, okay, I will. So this is one of the ties that Julianne made for one of her friends who's getting ready to go into the mission field. And so she chose this, and it was really a fun experience for the two of us because we had to learn about ties, and she came out and said, Mom, what does it mean cut on the bias? And I was like, well, let me tell you. And so we had a fun little lesson because, again, they don't teach it in her school anymore. And so she had never learned what bias meant, and so I was able to teach her what bias is and why we use it. And she just did a beautiful job on this little tie. She even did the little tuck in the back here and found a cute little coordinating fabric to go with it. she's inside working on the second one now, which is exactly backwards. So it's made from this fabric. Here is the body of the tie, and then the lining and the little peekaboo is this flowered fabric. So she's pretty excited about it. But I think the most, and she says it's the most painstaking part, but it's also really great
Beautiful.
to learn, and it's really pretty, is you have to hand sew the back seam of the tie so that you can get the lining in and have everything flipped the way that it needs to be. There is no choice but to hand sew closed the back of this tie. And so she is inside right now hand sewing the other tie. And again, she was like, I'm not giving these to just any old buddy. And I was like, yes, honey, that's the thing about a maker.
Let them know they're special. Don't leave them on the mission.
Yes, do not trade this away. This is a tie that has a lot of
cards.
Yeah, like trading cards. But there's a lot of love in these ties. There's a lot of love in anything that somebody hand makes for you. So always remember that when you get a handmade gift, to take extra care of it, because isn't that just beautiful? What a special thing for her to want to make. And little did she know that she was like right in the family business there with making ties. So
cute.
I thought that was really cute.
And she's kind of working in like a sewing-ish setting right now too, isn't she?
She is. She's working for one of our friends who has an Etsy shop called
Cute Little Fabric Shop.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And she sells all kinds of adorable fabrics. So when you see things that are made of cute fabrics like the bananas or this Harry Potter one,
like
I'm sure
Peter
she carries
Pan.
that one too. She's going to be our supplier for the Peter Pan fabric that we need.
Cute.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some more Peter Pan work later that we'll show you as we get the Peter Pan, Granny Pan room done downstairs. Right now,
it's like a months-long project, though.
That's true. And right now, the room is being occupied by Son. So we'll get back on track with that one. Becky and I are going to do some quilts and pillowcases and sheets even for that room. It'll be really fun. So, but yeah, we love our making and we take it very seriously. So Becky, did you bring something you made?
Yeah, I brought some sewing I've been working on. Oh, and we should mention too, our granny, my mom's mom, she sews too. And she's so cute. She says she has a whole sewing room set up in her basement. So gotta go.
Yep.
When it's comfortable to go over, she's invited me to go and sew with her a bunch.
And do some quilting. She really loves quilting. That's what your granny is really into, is the quilting, and she loves it. She just when you put her and Joyce are sisters, and you put them in the same room together, and it's actually really kind of fun because Joyce is kind of way off the deep end on the creativity side, and my mom, Julie,
very by the book.
Is very by the book. She's very Virgo. She's very, no, it has to be this way.
Oh,
and so you put the two of them together, and it's really funny because Joyce is like, I'm gonna do
we
this.
can do this.
And my mom's like, wait a minute. And Joyce is like, wait, what? So they're quite the pair to watch, actually. So anyway,
that sounds so fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay, I'm really excited for this bag that I'm making.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to make it because none of my bags are big enough to hold a sweater's worth of yarn, but I have all like 3 sweaters worth of yarn to make sweaters, but my bags are too small, so I decided I'd make my own. And also I decided I wanted it bumblebees, so I cut little hexagons, bumblebees. Now this is a little bit of a painstaking
Amen, sister.
This is about 1/6 of what I need of this fabric.
Hexagons are no joke.
But they're so cute.
Because, look, here's the thing. There's no straight line. You have to go around the hexagon. You can't just sew a straight line.
Yeah, and I've seen a trick where people cut half hexagons and do them in strips, but I just wanted like the whole piece. Because I'm a princess.
Of course you are. Well, I think it's beautiful.
But
and I love how you sneaked a ladybug in there.
You know, they could have a friendly ladybug friend.
They could. Let's hold it really close so people can see how cute that is.
Cute. And then if you look on the back here.
I like it folded because then this light doesn't block it, but yeah.
Oh, was it kind of blocked before?
Well, it's just the light shining through.
Oh,
Makes it
so
so
if
that
you
you
kind
can't
of
see
fold
the
it in
fabric.
half of it.
Yeah, then you can see the fabric better.
Bumblebees!
This little flower is so cute too.
I know. I
They're
love
so
it.
fun.
So this is going to be a side
By the
panel.
way, this is my mask that Becky made me as bumblebees like this. I think they're so cute.
I sewed it. It's the same fabric.
I
From the
love
same
it.
person. What? Yeah, so here's the back. You can see you have to sew one at a time, these little seams, and then snip out the extra fabric, and then I went and ironed it all down. So this is going to be a
Wow.
labor,
Go
but
you.
it's for myself, and I'm worth it. L'Oreal
true.
told me. But I have this book that I want to share. I got it on Zulily, but I'm sure you can look it up on Amazon. It's called The Better Bag Maker. And
The publisher is Stash Books.
Stash Books.
And we all know what Stash is.
Okay. Like your stash of
Here,
crafting
you
supplies.
can use up your stash making
Yeah.
some bags.
So, I mean, here's a bag that I had made, just kind of figuring out stuff on my own, and it's fine, and I like it. But this book, here's the pattern that I'm kind of copying for my bee bag.
New level.
A pattern! Yay! And I think it's going to be really nice. I'm going to do it a little bit taller. But the beginning, I won't show too much, but there's just tons of little tricks. Here's different ways to set in zippers. Here's how you can get your bulk down by trimming the corners. Here's a breakdown of all different types of like interfacing and batting to use. Here's just tons of different tricks. Here's a bunch of different ways to do handles. Like really just, if you are new like me and you want to learn some bags, and she actually has patterns for I think about 8 different bags. And the patterns that you can cut out the patterns on the back too if you want to do them
Holy
exactly.
cow. That's awesome.
But this one is really good by Nicole. So, yay!
That's awesome.
I'm gonna do it. It might
Yeah.
take a while because I decided to add this into the madness of learning to sew a nice bag. I just had to quilt fancy hexagon fabric.
You so belong in our family. That's what we do.
Why
to
do
each
something
other.
easy if you can make something that's hard but just fabulous?
But fabulous. That's right. It's okay if it's difficult, so long as it's fabulous, right? Like all these flipping cables in
It's
that
gonna
sweater.
be worth it. Going crazy.
Psycho.
Yeah, I was up all night, and this is like a side panel, so.
But you know, that's kind of how we unwind too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't unwind by quilting because point matching
Well,
makes
but
me insane.
it's very
so I won't do
repetitive.
it, but-
You know, I cut all the pieces. I traced around a 1/4 inch on each. I don't know if you can see the pencil.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but we have a lady who lives here in our neighborhood. Her name is Jeannie. You know Jeannie.
Mhm.
And Jeannie has done this
With
for
the
a
paper
quilt.
ones?
And she sewed every seam by hand with
Yeah.
that machine. So, and then
A lot
she's
of people
gonna
do them
quilt
by
it,
hand.
and then she's gonna quilt it by hand.
Does
well,
she
you know
do
what?
tiny ones too?
You might about that size, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, you might as well, because you can only sew this far on your machine. So you might.
And
as
you
well
have
do it
to
by
start
hand.
and stop at like precise points. You can't go past
Yeah,
the dots. So this one I did on the machine.
you're my hero for being able
But-
to do that, because I couldn't. There's no.
But look,
way.
it's like not even bunched up. Like I'm
I
so
know,
proud
it's
of
beautiful. Yes.
it. So, yeah.
You're freaking amazing.
Maybe I'll do the next side panel by hand and decide which I like better for the big front and back.
Wow. Just wow.
Bees.
Just wow. It's so cute.
Then I can start a new sweater.
I know, and you're inspiring me to fix my bee sweater. I'll have to show the bee sweater ones too, because I have a bee sweater that I've.
We
been-
love bees. I used
nursing
to have
along.
a whole wall of my bedroom that was just bumblebee wallpaper.
One day, let's put a hive out here, and we
Bees.
can actually have actual bees.
Really? Are you for real right now? Bumblebees. Honeybees.
I do have a friend who's a beekeeper though, and she loves it. So
I was really excited for
I've purchased.
You
honey
have
for her.
room over there. You could totally put bees.
It scares me. Okay, but anyway, let's go on to the rest
Okay.
of our FOs.
Thank
You
you.
have one more FO?
Yep. That was a fun
I have
little...
one more FO. Do you want to do yours first?
Yeah, and then we can wear
Or I
them
could do mine.
together.
Okay.
This was my mermaid project of the month.
I love it. Try twisting it right in front of the camera and see if you can pick up the sparkles.
I think so.
Yep, I think you can see the sparkles there. That is so fun.
This is called the Brush Stroke Hat. It's published by Black Cat Knitting, and the designer is Alana Pank. And you can purchase that also online on Ravelry.
We talked about it a little bit last time.
Yes.
Because if you look close up at the texture, you'll see that it's
a fun, fancy new stitch.
Fun and fancy and
This is called a herringbone stitch. I chose it for a mermaid because it kind of reminds me of fishtail braids. Or herringbone braids are the same.
Well, you know a herring is a fish, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Even if it's not red.
Mermaid. Wah, wah. That was bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I still
Every
love
once
you.
in a while, dad jokes even creep in with moms, so, you know, it's all good.
Well, that's what happens when moms hang out with dad, and moms should hang out with dads.
Yeah, at least a little bit, huh?
Yeah. But this color is just so happy. I have several hats that I've made, but they're all kind of muted colors. So I wanted like a fun, kind of like my inner child that likes pretty fun, happy colors.
Mm-hmm.
This is called Princess Celestia is the colorway by Yarn Cafe Creations.
That's Christy Houghton again.
Yeah, my Christy did this one. It's just pretty. And I'm so excited because, Mom, she is doing a My Little Pony advent calendar.
And isn't it mint? Like minty Christmas?
Yeah, my Minty Christmas. It's Christmas in July, so I get it in like a month.
That's exciting.
It's all My Little Pony themed colors. Like this one is My Little Pony, and I'm really excited. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be beautiful.
Yes.
No doubt.
I'll put this on and you can talk about yours.
Okay, because I channeled my bright color life too, and when I made mine. So here is my finished hat.
Yay!
Here.
Oh, I'm still waiting for my pom-pom. It's going to come in the mail maybe next
have a
week.
pom-pom on it too, right?
Yeah.
Actually, this pom-pom wouldn't look bad on yours. I think it would be really cute.
I think I ordered like a bluey one and also a pinky one.
So
whichever.
I am just loving this hat.
Yay!
Remember I told you that there's the welts that are on the sweater, and this is also made of welts. So you can see it's really springy, like so, and you can almost like not even see the white stripe in it. So I just thought that was so fun. So
Makes me think of a birthday cake.
what I was doing with it is I thought, well, I'm just going to create my own hat. And then I thought, gosh, you know, I want it to wear right. I want it to be slouchy. I wonder if anybody else has thought of this idea. So I got online, and sure enough, I found a pattern. It's called the Worm, W-U-R-M, Worm hat. And it is by, hang on a second, I bookmarked it here so that I could pull it up really quick.
Fancy.
By Karushika. We put it there so that people can see. So this is a little bit adapted. It's not quite the same. I did a different brim on it, and I made my welts a little bit bigger than she made her welts. But I just think it's so cute. I have to put it on
It's
because
just boingy and fun. I want to like
you want to like accordion it all the time, and it's really fun because I like to wear my hats back further on my head. So when I put it on, like so, my bangs out, it kind of slouches in the back like this.
Oh, that's cute.
Is that so cute? So look in the camera and see if you can see that profile, because I love it because up here,
if you lean back a little
the
bit,
welts stretch out like this. Is that good?
Yeah.
But then underneath, the welts are gathered together, so I think that really creates
It's really
pretty
cute.
effect. And isn't that just a glorious pom-pom, too?
Yeah.
I love it. And this is the other cool thing about it. Because of the way the welts sit, it's actually, I can take off the pom-pom, because it's snap-on pom-pom. So I take off the pom, and then I can flip it inside out and wear it with the white welts out. Like that, and it looks like a completely different
the
hat.
color's more hidden too.
And the color's more of like a surprise, a little more muted.
Cute. Okay, I do like that too.
Isn't that so cute?
Yes.
Okay, seriously. I just think this is an adorable hat. I'm loving it.
Yay!
Because I love wearing my hats back on the back of my head and slouchy because I don't have a lot of hair back there, so it kind of makes my head shape look a little bit like I have hair. Which I really don't have hair. I don't have much at all. So, anyway. Fun.
I can't wear mine back there. They just always fall off.
They fall off.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My head
that's the
shape
way
is
I like
not-
to wear them, so.
It's okay.
Now my hair is just, hat head is the curse.
Oh, I'm just going to leave my head on unless it gets too hot.
Yeah, that's really frightening. I'm going to turn this right side out, put the pom-pom back on, and wear it the other way. So,
Yay.
but anyway, let's talk a little bit about this yarn. Because it's to
It's so
die for
special.
pretty. Isn't it just so...
It's a magic yarn.
I think so. So I'm going to see if I can get this snap back on really quick. Let's talk amongst yourselves while I try to figure this out. Becky, help. There we go.
Like, oh no,
I'm feeling totally on the spot.
we're gonna patiently wait for you. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put this up close to the camera so that you can see how fun
Every single
that
color
yarn
ever.
is. And every one of those pearl bumps, we call those pearl bumps, looks like a totally different... It looks like Nerds candy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just, I felt like I was knitting with candy. So when I was trying to name this for my Ravelry page, I was like, what can I name it? With the pattern, the worm, but it's like candy. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if there was some kind of candy worms?
Like a gummy worm?
I named it on Ravelry. I named it Gummy Worm.
Yay!
So you can go there and see what I used. But this yarn is from Christy's daughter. Her name is Tristan Molina. And Tristan has her own dyeing company called Dragon Horde Yarns. And so this is a Dragon Horde, and the name of the colorway is Ragdoll. And I bought this from her at a festival, and I bought the pom-pom from her too, because they just went so well together. I had to get them both, so.
Yay.
Anyway, isn't that just so pretty? I'm serious, I'm putting it back on.
I love it.
It'll hide my hat hair, and
I have a skein in
and
that
all
color. I should make a hat too, so we can be matching.
isn't it so cute? Well,
It's
and the
just
thing
pretty.
is, too, that I didn't say about this is I actually took this apart. I had knit it all in the pink to about this high without the white welts. And then as I was looking at it, I thought, gosh, wouldn't it be cool if that welt was a contrasting color? And then I thought it would be really awesome if it was like undyed. So this is just an undyed wool that I have from Barocco, I think it is. But anyway, just a cream color that I decided to put with it. And I am so tickled with the
It's so
results.
cute,
I think it's
Mommy.
freakishly cute. So
Yay!
there you go. So yeah, we had a lot of fun with our projects in the last couple of weeks. And you know what I'm hoping? This is the big thing, guys. At the high school, there's always been a no hats policy. The board is reviewing that policy, and they're thinking, guess what? Maybe it's not such a big deal if we wear hats.
Really?
Dude, if
That's
I
like a
could
big
wear
deal.
hats at school, do you know how much fun I would have?
Well, I never understood
I
why
have
not.
dozens of them that I have made, and I could actually wear them.
Yeah.
And that would be just like dream come true kind of a thing for me, because I just love them.
You can
I think
only
they're
wear
so fun.
so many shawls every day.
I know, and shawls fall off
and
and,
then
stuff.
fall
and,
off.
Yeah, I know. No, I love this shawl. I really do.
You should talk
I love
about.
it.
You
but,
should talk about what that is too.
But for full-figured ladies, they just they have too much bulk sometimes. You know what I mean? So anyway, you want me to talk about this one?
Yeah, just real quick. What are
This
you
one-
wearing?
Yeah, what am I wearing? This is actually my own kind of concoction. I crossed two patterns together. But let's talk about our two favorite ladies again for this episode, Christy Houghton and Tristan Molina, because this pattern, kind of inspired by Tristan. She has a pattern called Changing Staircases. This one is a little bit different. There's another pattern called Brickless that I put the two together with. So with Changing Staircases, she's got the garter section, this is garter stitch here, and the open lace section that alternate. Brickless adds in this ribbed section. So I liked the ribbed section, so I kept that in so I kind of smushed the two together. But this little guy right here, this I-cord edging that is as you go, and it just rolls right over, that's from Tristan's pattern. And I just thought that was really cool, so I had to have that on it. And then the yarn is one of the My Little Pony yarns.
Yeah.
From Christy in the Yarn Cafe Creations. And this one is called Apple Blossom. So
pretty.
There you go.
Yay.
With the what I'm wearing section. And I made this one in red and gray because those are my high school colors of the school that I teach. Yep. So that I can show my school pride.
Yay!
So there you go. Yay! Awesome.
Okay, I have one more thing to show.
Cool. I'm ready.
Da, 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 da. Future knitting!
Future knitting!
Okay, so I finished my mermaid project. This is going to be my June Pride project.
Nice.
And my rainbow owl bag.
I love those owls.
I know. You bought me this because you wanted it. It was so cute. And then you got two, remember?
You know what? I almost bought you something today. I had it in my basket.
Mom.
Well,
that's
you know what it is.
Almost making that shawl
Let me
for
tell
you.
I'll tell you what it is.
Payback.
Susan B. Anderson from Barrett Yarn Co. She has come out with a little stuffed alpaca. Have you seen it?
No, I love her little patterns. Though.
I know,
They're
and
so
it is so cute. And she was selling kits, right?
Yeah.
So I got on, and I was like, oh, I really want one of these. Should I get one? Should I not? Should I get one? So I went, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do it. And I hit the put it in your basket, and I hit 2, and it said,
There's
not
only
enough.
one.
There's only one left.
Did
So
you
I
get
put the 1 in my basket, and it let me go through the whole checkout, went through PayPal, the whole thing.
Then it was gone.
And then it was gone. So somebody snagged it, and I was
Some
like,
lucky
oh, shoot.
person.
So, I don't know. I might end up getting it anyway and just do it without the kit, but with just the pattern. So, because it's freaking cute. If you haven't seen it, okay.
I love Happy Cute.
You talk about this. I'm going to find it so I can show
Okay.
everybody.
This pattern I'm really excited for. I was looking for patterns that kind of had like geometric shapes in them because my mom's a math teacher, and I was like, oh, I gotta get her some cool mathy kind of stuff. And I found this pattern. It's called Laurelie. It's by Lisa Haynes. Look at this shawl. It has a garter section, and then this is mosaic knitting, color work with these diamonds, and then it goes into lace diamonds. And I just love that transition of the different kind of diamonds to just kind of melt into each other. And you just use 2 skeins of yarn and overlap them, and I just thought, this is so pretty, and it's been on my radar for quite a while. Then I had my yarn. I'll show you what I'm going to use for it. And this I thought was a little bit interesting. So I'm going to do this rainbow yarn. This is also Yarn Cafe Creations. This was her mystery sock set last year. She had one for Pride, and this is called Shine. It's got all these colors, and I couldn't decide, Mom, which color I should do. So this is going to be the top part, not the lace part. Lace in crazy colors is kind of hard to see, so this is going to be like the burgundy part. It's going to be this rainbow.
That is so pretty. What?
And then I was trying to decide which neutral. So I have this charcoal, but then I also had this sparkly silver. And I thought, look how happy that silver looks with that rainbow, Mommy.
Oh,
And with the sparkle. And then, you know, that's a good contrast. But I was so on the fence. I was like, I actually got this to go with a different rainbow yarn. So I did a swatch. And what a swatch is, when you're getting ready to knit something, is you knit like a little piece, kind of see how it's going to look.
Right.
And also to see your gauge, kind of how many stitches, just if it's going to knit the right size.
Yeah.
And I did a swatch in the diamond colorwork part. So you can very clearly see that with the charcoal, look at those diamonds.
Yeah. Are there even diamonds in the top part?
I did the pattern the same.
Wow, look at that.
So we're going.
You can't use that.
We're going to do the charcoal.
Yes.
Winner. But I'm so glad that I decided to do that swatch, because I had totally been leaning toward doing the gray. But you can't even see.
Okay, I gotta try.
That's crazy, right?
I'm gonna try one thing because I heard about this for color work. So we're gonna do an experiment really quick. I'm gonna use my camera. Put that swatch over here. I want a picture.
Oh, like this. Because this is what you do: is you take 2 yarns.
Yeah, or even in the swatch. We can probably see it in the swatch. Then you'll be able to see the difference.
You can't even see the difference
So what
without.
I'm going to do, I know, even without doing that, right? But if I take the picture...
I mean, it's cute and happy, just that diamond is integral to the pattern, so...
Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to change the filter on it real quick.
This is a trick if you're buying yarn at the yarn store, you can do this.
You can totally do this. And if you change it to black and white and then take a picture of it, you can clearly see the contrast between the yarns before you even do your swatch.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying if you take a picture of the skeins and they look pretty the same, they're not going to contrast very well.
Right?
And I think
so I'm going to do that really quick too, because
I think
this is a good thing to show people.
If you did a normal color work, it would be a little bit more better than the mosaic one. But that mosaic work, all just like a ton of bumps and they're all different colors. Like there's no.
There's just no contrast there. So there's the picture in grayscale.
Oh, it's all blown
Yeah,
up.
well, I'll hold it that way. And then it's not as bad. But anyway, there you go.
Same. And then wait, do this one.
Okay, I'm going to do this one. Hang on. You're testing my camera skills here, kid. Okay, wait.
There it is.
Okay. If I take the picture this way, and then we put the gray filter on, you can clearly see that those two are going to be contrasting enough to make an interesting pattern.
Yeah.
So, yeah. When you're in the yarn store, use the black and white setting on your camera, and I've done that a lot, actually. So, totally.
Oh, because you're a color work person.
I love color work. I haven't shown you any of my color work yet, have I?
No.
I haven't. Actually, I showed the Alaska hat back in the pilot episode. I went back and put it in there. I don't know if you didn't watch that yet, Becky.
The February one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to show you Susan B really quick and the alpaca. So, real quick.
Oh my goodness.
How I got to
tip
it so that it
pom-poms
doesn't
on
like...
him?
Yes.
Shut up.
He has a little saddle blanket and pom-poms on him. Shut
Mom.
the front door and look at his curly hair.
Oh.
What?
I can't.
I'm telling you. We must make this thing.
We're gonna make it.
Because we're makers, and that's what makers do.
Well, we need to get two, because we each need one.
I know. I don't know if she's gonna put more kits out, but even if she doesn't do the kit,
sell the pattern.
We're okay with just doing the pattern. We seriously, we can handle it. Plus, then
really
the colors of the
excited.
blanket, instead of being the red, you could do like, you know,
whatever colors you
bubblegummy
want.
Little Pony colors. Oh my gosh, I love this hat so much, Becky. I really love it. I just think
You're
it's
just
perfect.
checking yourself out.
It's like the perfect hat. I know I am checking myself out. What can I say? Okay. Was there anything else we were going to talk about tonight?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because we got our family spot in there, right? Because we got to make sure that we
but-
include family every time because, hey,
That's the point.
they're our legacy. They're why we do what we do. They're why we know what we know, because they've given us these glorious gifts that we get to share with everybody. And so we just want to remind you, from the granny pan, my granny pan inside to your granny pan inside, and Becky's too.
Yeah.
Stay young at heart, because it keeps you happy. It really does. And
I think it's healthy for your mind, too.
I do too.
And your emotions.
Play with the little ones, because they're awesome. See you later.
Bye.